Judah went away from his brothers and married a Canaanite woman. She bore him 3 sons, Onan and Shelah. Judah took a wife for his firstborn, and her name was Tamar. But Judah's firstborn, was wicked in the sight of the Lord, and the Lord put him to death. Then Judah said to Onan,
"Sleep with your brother's wife, and fulfill your duty to her as a brother-in-law to raise up offspring for your brother."
But Onan knew that the child would not be his. So whenever he slept with his brother's wife, he spilled his semen on the ground to keep from providing offspring for his brother. And what he did was wicked in the sight of the Lord, and he put him to death also. Then Judah said to Tamar,
"Remain a widow in your father's house, till Shelah my son grows up."
For he feared that he would die, like his brothers. So Tamar went and remained in her father's house. The wife of Judah died. When Judah had recovered from his grief, he went up to Timnah to the men who were shearing his sheep. When Tamar was told the news, she took off her widow's garments and covered herself with a veil, wrapping herself up, and sat at the entrance to Onan, which is on the road to Timnah. For she saw that Shelah was grown up, and she had not been given to him in marriage. When Judah saw her, he thought she was a prostitute, for she had covered her face. He turned to her at the roadside and said,
"Come, let me sleep with you."
For he did not know that she was his daughter-in-law.
"What will you give me, that you may sleep with me?"
"I will send you a young goat from the flock."
"Will you give me something as a pledge until you send it?"
"What pledge shall I give you?"
"Your signet, and your cord, and your staff that is in your hand."
So he gave them to her, and slept with her. And she became pregnant by him. Then she arose and went away, and taking off her veil she put on the garments of her widowhood. Meanwhile, Judah sent the young goat by his friend to get his pledge back from the woman. But he did not find her. And he asked the men of the place,
"Where's the shrine prostitute who was at Onan at the roadside?"
There hasn't been any shrine prostitute here.
So he returned to Judah and said,
"I have not found her." Also, the men of the place said, "There hasn't been any shrine prostitute here."
"Let her keep what she has, or we will become a laughingstock. After all, I did send her this young goat, but you didn't find her."
About 3 months later someone told Judah,
Your daughter-in-law Tamar is guilty of prostitution, and as a result she is now pregnant.
"Bring her out, and have her burned to death."
As she was being brought out, she sent a message to her father-in-law.
"I am pregnant by the man who owns these. See if you recognize whose seal and cord and staff these are."
Judah recognized them and said,
"She is more righteous than I, since I wouldn't give her to my son Shelah."
And he did not sleep with her again. Tamar was pregnant with twin boys, and she gave birth to Perez and Zerah.
Please subscribe to the channel for more stories of the Bible.